This is the plaintiff, Susan Hunt. She says the defendant and landlord is not a considerate lady, to say the least. She insulted her in front of her friends, called her all sorts of vicious names, and feels she's above the law because she is illegally withholding her security. She can't wait to see the look on the defendant's face when the judge rules in her favor and awards her the $1,600 she's suing for. This is the defendant, Faith Lynn Richards. She says, simply put, the plaintiff doesn't keep a clean, tidy home. The woman has no chance of winning here today because she has every right to keep her security, to pay for the big, huge mess she left behind when she moved out. Oh, her. Ha! She's accused of being a name caller.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant is illegally withholding her security, but the defendant says the plaintiff is a pig. It's the case of EI owe you nothing.
Thank you, Douglas. Susan Hunt.
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing Faith Lynn Richards,
Yes.
your former landlord, for $1,600 in a security deposit. $800 is your actual security deposit. Because you belong to the state of Connecticut, you are claiming double damages under their statute, their landlord-tenant statute. Tell me what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. I was living in Faith Lynn's apartment for 4 years, and I gave her my 30-day notice on February 14th, which I have all my documentation. She refused to sign that, so I had to get
Sign what?
the 30-day notice.
Why would you have to sign your 30-day notice?
Because I actually have Section 8.
So there was a form that Section 8 requires?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And
And what do you do?
I gave her the 30-day notice, but I had to send it to her certified mail, so I knew that she actually received it. When I moved out on March 24th to my new apartment, I spent the remaining week cleaning up the apartment. I made sure everything was out of there. There was nothing left behind except for maybe a few cleaning supplies on the very last day. I have pictures time-stamped for the March 31st. I actually had a scrap metal guy come by and grab all the big things that I was not taking with me, so she would not have the mess and the clutter near the garbage, and I worried about that too. Her yard was never taken care of the time I was there. My father had to come down and mow the grass many times because I have a 10-year-old son, and he needed a yard to play in. She did not do that. The snow plowing, I had to take care of that myself, and we had some really bad storms this October. I had to take care of all that. That's fine because I'm the tenant, so I handled that. So I did hold up my end of the tenant agreement.
Did you two get along while you were living there?
The first couple of years, yes, but when my hot water broke and my furnace broke, me and her did not have a good relationship after that point.
Okay, because you felt that she was acting like your mother.
Yes.
How so did you feel like she was acting like your mother?
Because in October, when the furnace was being fixed, the guys came out and I was getting dressed, so I asked my boyfriend to go downstairs and ask them for a business card.
So come on up, boyfriend. So you asked them for what?
She was in the room getting dressed. She had me go downstairs to answer the door. There was a knock on the door. Opened the door, greeted the two gentlemen, asked them for a business card. They had no problem giving me a business card. All of a sudden, like a quick 2 seconds, Ms. Richards came running around the corner, being real confrontational about everything.
What was she saying?
She was, oh, what are you doing here? You don't live here, you have no right. And I'm trying to explain to her, hey, listen, I'm just here just to get the business card when my girlfriend comes down.
What is your version of what happened with him?
Judge Millian, I respect you and love you so much. I always watch you every day.
You respect me and love me too, right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Everybody's okay. Go ahead.
Judge,
Tell me why you're keeping this nice lady's security deposit.
I'm keeping the deposit because the apartment is trashed.
Okay, now hold on. Did you ever notify her within 30 days, as your state requires, of why you were keeping the deposit?
Not in writing, Judge, but...
Now she's suing you for double because your state requires that you send her notice of why you're keeping the deposit in writing. Did you know that?
No,
Okay, well, now you know. All right. That does not, however, mean that you automatically get $1,600 because if she trashed the place, then that means that there will be deductions from that. Did you give her your forwarding address?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you deny that she gave you the forwarding address?
I don't have it.
Okay. And you say, as proof that you gave her the forwarding address, you have some text?
I have some text
May I see 'em?
messages. Yes, ma'am.
All right. While you're looking for that, can you please tell me how she trashed the place?
The stairs, it has this big burn on top of it. The bathroom, The sink, that is all taken off the wall.
You have pictures of all this?
I have pictures of this, and also the kitchen floors is trashed,
How?
dirty, really dirty, and that's the estimate.
Anything else?
The outside, when she left, she threw her young son's clothing in front of the lawn on the ground.
You have pictures of all that?
I have in my phone. I don't have it on the printout.
Okay. Do you have pictures of how you left the place?
Yes,
Lisa?
ma'am.
Can I? Whose phone is that? Oh, okay. On March 31st, I'm going to leave the keys wrapper in a paper that
Correct.
includes my forwarding address in your mailbox. It is my obligation to give you these on the 31st. Okay.
I know a couple of things that were messed up in the apartment where I had an incense on and the incense kind of fell off
Burned
and
the
it burned
thing,
the
yeah.
little thing on the.
You
I
actually
have
took a
pictures
picture of that.
those.
Can I
yeah.
see all your pictures?
And I actually have a picture of the bathroom sink,
Is it detached from the wall?
but it was like that when I moved in, and it's not ruined.
She has a picture of the same windowsill. Why is it so skanky?
That's where the air conditioner was. So that
Could you just
was
wipe
a
it
little
off?
bit.
Is this wipeable or no?
I Lysoled it.
That didn't come out. That part was a
Yes.
problem. Okay, I got it. What I want to hear from you is there's the burn, there's the skanky windowsill from the AC, and then what is this a picture of?
That's her son in the kitchen, on the kitchen wall, which is all marked with crayons and everything all over.
Were there crayon marks on the wall?
No, my son didn't put those
Yes.
on the wall.
Crayons is on the wall.
No.
Well, show me the itemization that would allow you to keep the money. Like you can't just say, I'm keeping the deposit because it was unclean. And now we have a problem because since you didn't send her something in writing, and I believe she did give you the forwarding address, your state punishes you and makes you pay double. And then if you're entitled to keep 200, it's 200 off the double. That's awful, right? What are this big chunk of papers you're giving me?
You have to read that. My daughter states everything in it.
Okay, your daughter is filing an affidavit saying that the place was extremely filthy. The kitchen floors and walls were very dirty. The appliances were in horrible condition. It looks as if the place had never been cleaned. The floors were covered with clothes and different items all over the place. Do you have a picture of the clothes you said she dumped?
Oh,
You
out
said
in
on
the
your phone.
front
Let me
of
see
the.
that.
Yeah.
However, she would be paying all the money within the next week or so. I discussed with her the situation that occurred with her boyfriend having an argument with my mother. She told me her boyfriend did live with her at the unit. I explained to her that the unit was leased to her and her son only. Okay, I just saw the picture of the clothes. It's like 2 articles of clothing and a Tupperware top, a big Tupperware top. Is that what you're
And
referring to?
Yes, and there's clothing out there in front of the lawn of her sons that she just threw out on the lawn.
That is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You two did not get along.
Not
Was
in
there a
the-
personal reason you didn't get along? Did you date her son?
At one time when I first
Yes.
moved in there, yes.
How long did you date her son?
Only for about half a year.
Did he know that, or is that news to you?
No, he knew that.
Okay.
And my boyfriend doesn't live with me.
Did you date her son while you were living there?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
All right.
Well, I knew him before I moved in there, but then I didn't know that was his mother. And he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, "Well, that's my mom." Really?
Okay, if you had to generalize, okay, like 59 or 5149, are most tenants neat or do most tenants live like pigs?
Most tenants live like pigs, unfortunately.
Are you a tenant?
I'm a tenant.
Which category do you fall in?
I'm in the pig one.
What do you think?
Well, I really don't know, but I think that they have to talk about it.
Okay, wait a minute. Who's really neat? Who's really neat? Who's a pig? Who's a pig? You're like in between. Okay, I got you. Vegetarian. Going inside the courtroom.
All right, folks. Pull out the estimates for repairs. Had the sink detached. You had a what-year-old child?
I actually moved in when my son was 5.
So I imagine leaning on it? Is
Leaning
how it's
on it,
attached?
yes.
Okay.
That wasn't even a concern. It's just
No, her concern is that if your child leans on it and detaches it, she's got to pay somebody to reattach it. Okay. Why would she have to pay for a new vanity?
Because the vanity is off the wall, Your Honor, and it's that.
Oh, I see.
That
It's a
cannot.
vanity's
be
going to
used.
replace the sink that's off the wall.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to allow you $200 for the cleaning. I'm going to allow you $100 for the sink, not the amount you're asking, because you're not entitled to change course and do something totally different. You're entitled to what it would cost you to get somebody there to reattach it. And I'm going to allow you $300 for both the burn and that windowsill where the AC was that is damaged and that whole piece needs to be replaced. That is a total of $600. But that $600 is going to come off of not $800, but $1,600 because of what we went over before, because you didn't follow the law as a landlord has to in Connecticut. That means that there is a net judgment in this case then in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $1,000.
Landlord first out of the courtroom, really on the losing end of this case. They get to collect, step up here right next to me. Tell me what your feeling is on this outcome.
Well, I'm very disappointed and I'm not happy about this because the apartment is really trash and no one as a human being
You know
can
the
live
law?
like this. I did not get a written letter from her. I did not even get that text.
You're supposed to send it. You're supposed to send it because you're the landlord. Have you learned the law here while you're here?
No, I don't.
Right this way. Okay.
He's upset. All right, step in here. Satisfied how this comes out?
Yes, absolutely. Because as a Connecticut landlord, you need to know how to take care of your property. I'm happy I'm out of there now, and hopefully now whoever she rents to, she'll be more aware of
Okay.
the situation.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you so
All right, Harvey?
Okay, this is really important. Landlords have a duty to tell tenants within a certain period of time after they leave why they're not getting all of their security back. If they violate the law, and that changes from state to state, they can be socked not just for what they're withholding, but 2 and 3 times that amount.